And here it is, my team for week 1 of the PDDL versus Mysterious Player. So going into this match, I really felt like I had to bring some very, very offensive threats, a lot of setup, because his team is quite weak to setup. He has a lot of setup, but if I can set up, he does have a lot of counter setup in things like Jirachi, Mega Slowbro, but I can take those things on enough. I can out-calm mine them in a battle of calm minds with my Mega Latios. I can really put a massive dent in his team. So I felt like I need to bring a lot of wall breakers, a lot of setup, and then some defensive mons to counteract his hyper offense. So the first Pokemon that I am bringing is Malfoy, my Mega Latios, and I am bringing a Calm Mind set. I am bringing Ice Beam and Shadow Ball as they have such great coverage versus this team. If you go here, Landorus, I can Ice Beam. Jirachi, I can Shadow Ball. Hydreigon, I can Ice Beam. Mega Slowbro, I can Shadow Ball. Tentacruel doesn't really touch Tentacruel too well, but I don't expect him to bring that. Shadow Ball for Alolan Marowak. I can Shadow Ball Klefki for some decent damage. I can Ice Beam Virizion. I can Ice Beam Skuntank to a certain extent. I can Ice Beam Rotom-Fan, and I can Ice Beam Shinchino. Almost half his team. Over half of his team. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 of his 11 mons are weak to either Ice Beam or Shadow Ball, which is so nice. So those are the 2 coverage moves that I decided to bring in this match. What I'm trying to do with this set, I think this is going to be my late game win con. This is going to be my secondary win con, as I do have an Excadrill, which is going to be my primary win con. But, yeah, I'm really excited to be using this thing in this game. I think that Calm Mind Roost, I can really just consistently stay in there, take some hits, Calm Mind, outpace him, and put a massive dent in his team. So my next mon is more of a defensive mon, being my and my EVs for my Latios. I'm not gonna go into too much depth on them, but pretty much the speed is, I believe, to outspeed his Hydreigon, perhaps? I'm not sure, actually. But, and so really quickly, I'm going to go over the EVs for my Latios. The speed is to outspeed a max speed Landorus I. The special attack is just the leftovers from my amount of HP. I'm pretty sure that is to take, I think the HP allows me to take a hit from a Specs Hydreigon, I'm pretty sure, and then that 8 defense is just some leftovers from my special attack. So going into my next mon, which is an Assault Vest Tangrowth. This thing does so well against his team. It hard walls his Slowbro. If we look at his team, it hard walls his Slowbro. It hard walls his Jirachi, no matter what set that thing is running. It semi-walls things like Virizion, things like Shinchino. It really can't do much to it. Landorus' Sludge Wave isn't killing because I have the Assault Vest, and I can fire back with an powerful HP Ace, which will be killing him. But depending on the set he run, it can actually OHKO him. I'm running max HP just because I didn't need that many EVs anywhere else. I'm running 12 speed just in case one of his slow mons, like Alolan Marowak, wants to run some speed to outspeed a min-speed Tangrowth. I will be running enough. I'm running enough speed to be outspeeding that. I'm running enough speed to be outspeeding that. The 132 special defense just allows me to take some special hits a lot better. The physical defense allows me to take a Flare Blitz from an Adamant Alolan Marowak, and the rest is just in special attack to allow me to potentially kill his Landorus with that HP Ice. I'm running Knockoff, Giga Drain, just because knocking off his item is really nice, Giga Drain for some stab and recovery, and then Infestation because I really didn't need a last move. I would have liked to run something like Earthquake just to hit his Jirachi and Klefki, just to hit his Jirachi and Klefki quite a bit harder, but he does have quite a few things that are off the ground, and I can't really touch those things as well, things like Rotom-Fan, so I felt like if I could Infestation something like his Mega Slowbro, that could be a lot more useful. If I could trap that thing in there, get some residual damage off, I could maybe take out a big threat like that. Moving on to my next mon, I am bringing a Choice Scarf Buzzwole. With a Choice Scarf and the speed, Buzzwole is outspeeding every single mon on his team without a boosting item, without a Choice Scarf of their own. And it's killing quite a few of them. I'm running Ice Punch because it's OHKOing Landorus. It's OHKOing Hydreigon. Or no, I am running Ice Punch because it is OHKOing Landorus, which is absolutely critical. It's doing... Hello? Oh no, I'm recording a video.
Stop it. I don't want to
No, I don't know. I can just edit it out. It's like,
okay.
How's your run?
It was good. Nice. It was good. What time to sleep though?
9:40.
I assume you're not videoing this.
Oh no.
Just checking.
No, it's not.
9:40. Did you see Mom before she left?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
saw her for a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Mom's a little annoyed that you're not that she's gone. David's gonna be there instead of Heather.
Oh, I didn't know that. If I
Yeah.
known that, I would
Yeah.
have known.
Yeah.
Well, that's
She was
sweet.
like, you would want to go and hang out with David. No, they switched.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Ice Punch is doing a lot of damage to his team. My next move is Leech Life, just for some nice stab. It does a lot of damage, potentially 2KOing Slowbro, easily OHKOing Hydreigon, doing a lot of damage to Virizion, Chinchino, and yeah. So my last offensive move is Earthquake. I could have run Drain Punch to take out Chinchino, to take out Chinchino, but that's really the only thing it does extra damage to, and I don't find Chinchino that big of a threat because I am Scarf. So, and with my very high 139 physical defense, so my last move, I'm just running Toxic. I didn't really need another move, and if he wanted to bring in a very, very defensive Mega Slowbro against me, I could catch that thing off guard with a Toxic, catch off guard another threat with a Toxic, something like a Landorus if he wants to come in. So that's really nice. Yeah, so my EV is just enough speed to outspeed his team, enough HP, I believe, to take a hit from a certain Jirachi and Slowbro sets, I believe, and then, or actually, I believe it's to take a hit from a Alolan Marowak, and then just the rest in attack with an Adamant Nature, because I really didn't need the extra speed a speed-boosting nature could provide. So going on to my next mon, I am bringing Arthur the Excadrill. I am bringing, of course, a Sand Rush set. I'm bringing an Adamant Nature because with this speed investment, I am outspeeding his team. I'm pretty sure, every mon he could bring except for Scarf Chinchino, Scarf Virizion, and Scarf Landorus, I'm running enough speed to outspeed everything on his team, including a Scarf Jirachi, because I believe that could come. I don't think any faster Scarfer will come. So I'm bringing a Swords Dance set, pretty standard stuff. Swords Dance, Earthquake because it hits his team so hard. Rock Slide to hit his Earthquake immunities, and then I'm bringing ZX Scissor. That is mainly for the Mega Slowbro. That is my only way to OHKO a Mega Slowbro at +2 with this thing. Groundy and EMZ doesn't do it. I need the Bug and EMZ with this much attack investment to do it, and so that is why I am running the Savage Spin Out. So going on to my next mon, of course, I'm gonna need a Sand Setter for my Excadrill, and that is going to be Little Pete the Tyranitar with a smooth rock to make that sand last a little longer. This set is mainly going to be here for support, maybe switch into things like Chinchino, but really it's just here to set the sand for my main win con, which is Arthur the Excadrill. The set I'm running here, I'm running Stealth Rocks, just because rocks are really nice in this game. Stone Edge Earthquake. Edgequake just really hits his team hard. He doesn't have an Edgequake resist, his Edgequake resist is Virizion, and in order to cover that, I am bringing Aerial Ace in case he wants to switch in Virizion, which is his best switch in to Tyranitar. I can catch that thing off guard with an Aerial Ace that can OHKO some sets. I'm running 12 speed. I generally do like to run 12 speed on mons that I don't actually want to run a specific speed on to outspeed things, just in case they want to outspeed a min speed. I can guaranteed outspeed them. I'm running some bulk. I don't remember exactly what I'm bringing this bulk for, but it's just to take hits from his team a lot better. Take 2 Scalds from things like Tentacruel or Slowbro. Take an Iron Head from a Jirachi, and just things like that. And of course, with the sand boosting my special defense, I'll be taking hits from those things a lot better, so I can 1v1 them. And my last mana, I'm bringing a bit of an interesting set here. I'm bringing a defensive Thunderous Tea with the Charty Berry. The Charty Berry is nice because his best way for his Landorus to touch me is with Rock Slide. And his best way for his Landorus to touch me is with Rock Slide. His best way for his Virizion to touch me is with Stone Edge. And so that's really nice. It allows me to take a hit from them and fire back a big HP Ice, Foul Play, or Discharge, depending on the mon. And, of course, I'm running Foul Play just because I didn't really want to run a lot of offensive investment if I'm going to be bringing a defensive set. I do kind of regret not bringing Rocky Helmet because Chinchino did, in fact, end up coming, and Chinchino became a really big threat, a really hard thing to switch into, and if I switch into this thing on the Chinchino with my Rocky Helmet, that thing would have been absolutely gone. So, Foul Play is just there because it does some decent damage, can 2-hit KO some of his mons, some of his things like Max Physically Offensive Jirachi, Alolan Marowak, it's OHKOing, so that's really nice, because his Bolt Beam Resist is Alolan Marowak with the Lightning Rod. And my last move is Defog, just because opposing hazards do hit my team decently hard. Specifically, I'm going to be switching around a lot with my Scarf Buzzwole and my Latios, so I really don't want to... I'm going to be switching around a lot with my win cons, things like Buzzwole, Latios, and Excadrill, so I don't want those things to get worn down too much to put them in range of my opponent's threats. So that's going to be the team. I'm pretty confident that this team can pick up... I am pretty confident that this team can pick up the W for me, but we shall see in the battle. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.